What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. It's been a few days since I got an episode out. Pretty much what's going on is I've been putting so much work and effort into the tether, or the elevator, that I haven't really thought about how I'm going to continue the series. So I took a few days, got with people in Discord, and we're going to try to figure it out. First things first, though, we need to go ahead and try to finish the elevator. And then hopefully this episode or next episode we'll go ahead and get the tether done and call it quits with it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so pay no attention to that quite yet. So we did actually make it. We're outside of the gravity. The gravity is actually right there where the jump point is. And this is what I decided to go ahead and build. So while I'm trying to figure out how I want to continue, I went ahead and just did a little bit of testing to see what I wanted this station to look like. And I'm not exactly sure that I'm going to stick with this design, but for now, it's alright. I mean, look at all the turrets I got, man. It's like 10 on each thing, so you got like 40 turrets up here. Yeah, nobody wants to come after me in this thing. Then of course we got all the rings done, all of the solar panels. Now I had a lot of people in the comments telling me this was a lot of useful crap. No, it's not. We're here to test things out. We're trying to see just what we can build and what we can get away with. So yeah, those are absolutely needed. So what I had to do was, last episode we got about 130 meters away, and that was about as high as we could get. So what I had to do was, yeah, I had to get rid of 2 pillars. Now, the reason I wanted to do the 4 pillars was because now we need to build the elevator. And I wanted to test it out to see if I could have, work it out so I could have 4 points of contact. Which I already know probably wouldn't have worked, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to try to get it figured out. But now we're only going to have 2 points of contact. So that rail right there and that rail right there. So I've built this system before. I built it in the train. It's actually really simple to build. It's a real easy design. And I can't remember who first came out with it. If I probably go back like maybe 4 years when the wheels came out, I could probably figure out who did it. But yeah, I'm too lazy for that shit. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of build this on the other side, so that way we can go ahead and get those lined up. Then I need to figure out how tall I need to make it and where the connectors are going to be. So yeah, this thing is going to have connectors, so that way we can connect it to the bottom so it could charge up. I might actually have to change this. I was just trying to remember how to build the damn thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so down here at the station, I no longer need any of this, so I can get rid of the connectors and everything. And the medical room, no longer needed. I got one up there. But what I need to figure out is I need the elevator to actually be level with the top of this first ring right here. Because this is going to be how people get off to the moon. But I still need... Yep, that's loud. Everything's processing. I'm kind of running out of resources. I don't have a whole lot left. I had to go get some more iron. But yeah, we're going to put a connector right down there. Now, it's not going to have conveyors connected to it. It's just for power. Actually, maybe I might want to. Maybe not. Not sure. Nah, I don't really need to. It's just going to be connectors so that way we can hook up the elevator and get power when we're not using it. And then I need it to be level with this platform. So the rail is going to go from down there all the way up to here. And then I need to figure that out at some point. So that's the first thing I need to figure out. And if we get our asses back up, we can go ahead and figure everything else out. Alright, so the way we used to build these elevators is we used to do it with spaceballs. What we need is an item that has no friction to use as a railing. But since they added friction to Spaceballs, we had to figure out another way to do it. One of those ways somebody figured out was with wheels. If we go into the control panel and go to the suspension, we can actually turn down, see if I can find it, friction. We could turn that all the way down so it has no friction. Now the reason we want to do that is the wheels are just a guide. That's all they're for. They're not meant for acceleration or braking. They just keep the elevator straight in the railings. Then there's a couple other things that we can use. We could either use thrusters, we could use gravity generators with mass blocks, artificial mass blocks. But those will not work if you're, say, on the Earth-like planet. On the moon, we can actually use them. But, yeah, just using the gravity generator with artificial mass blocks, I wouldn't recommend it. We might just go ahead and use thrusters. But I want this thing to be able to stop on a dime. Because what I'm going to have to do is I would like to try to make this elevator automated. So we're going to have to use sensors. Now, sensors only have a range of 50 meters. 50 meters is pretty damn close. So what I'm going to have to do is put tons of thrusters on this thing, because this thing is going to be going max speed and we have to stop it within 50 meters. Or I could go get a mod. I don't like adding mods for things like that. I like to try to figure it out on my own, but this one we might have to do that. So yeah, to build this, first thing we need to do is we need to line everything up with this slit right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab some armor blocks. Oh, not. Damn it. I'm moving too fast for it. Alright. So yeah, we just want to bring this out. This is not permanent. This is just so that way we can get everything lined up. And I want to try to put a block even with the center of those passageways. So I think, if I remember correctly, the first person who came out with this was, damn, I can't remember his name. But he was heavy into making really difficult stuff, really difficult designs. And he's been around since the beginning, and I really can't remember his name. But yeah, he's really good at space engineers, and he's really good at figuring out the physics of it. But yeah, I really wish I could remember his name. There was a guy who was trying to take credit for the design in the comments of the train. But yeah, he wasn't the guy who actually came up with the idea. So what we need to do now is I need to go ahead and bring the wheel down to here. Pretty much as far as we can. So pretty much the same I did over here. So how far was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, now we need to be careful. The first wheel that I need to put in, and I'll show you guys what this does, is this, the large wheel right here, which is a 3x3, guides us through the passageway. The 1x1 over here will actually push up against the outer wall of these blocks, and that will guide us towards the middle. So yeah, these wheels keep the entire thing from falling off, and those ones keep the whole thing centered. I didn't explain that very well, but it's alright. First one we need to put in is these wheels right here, because they're going to be the most important. We have to make sure that we have the offset set, so that way the wheel is in the center of the passageway. So I gotta remember how I rotated this thing. Yeah, I got it. Alright, so we need to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 7. Right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, right underneath this block, we'll go ahead and put in our first suspension. Of course, I got rid of it. Alright, so the 3x3. But But yeah, if anybody can remember who first came out with this design, let me know. Because for the life of me, I can't remember who it was. And I'm too lazy to go looking. Alright, now that we have those wheels in, what we need to do is the 1 by 1. The way the wheels actually work is when you first spawn them in, or when you first build them. The wheel is actually on the bottom. This is the bottom of the suspension. This is where you'll have the suspension set up on your vehicle. The little flange that comes out is the bottom. So that's actually going to be the inside, and the wheel will actually build on that. What I need to do is I need to bring it up. So I need to make sure... Oh, I need power. Why am I not dying? Oh, I know why I'm not dying. I was messing with the welders when we were building the tether. So I kept dying, so I turned it off while I was working on my own and forgot to turn it back on. Invulnerability, I think it's called. I'll turn it on here in a second. But yeah, we'll go ahead and grab some power. I do have a med bay over there. Alright, now that we have that, I need to make sure that I think it's pointed towards the inside, right? Yep. Alright, so right behind those wheels right there, we're going to go ahead and put the suspension. And, no, it actually needs to be this way. My bad. So, right behind it, we need to rotate and make sure that the bottom goes towards the middle, just like that. Same thing with this one. Why can I not place you? Steel plate. So yeah, I've been trying to catch up on the fabrication, trying to get some resources, but yeah, I've been falling behind. So much building to do and not enough resources to do it. So yeah, I guess the first thing we need to get into is heavy production. Trying to get all the resources and everything we're going to need. But yeah, just like that. Now what I need to do is blocks in there, and I think we're set up. Now I need to go ahead and weld all this up. I'll do that on my own real quick. Then we need to go down to back to the bottom and figure out how tall we need this thing to be. So yeah, this is going to be the bottom. We'll put a connector on it so that way we can connect to the bottom. Yeah, and then the batteries as well. I don't even think I have resources to build any batteries. So yeah, let me go ahead and get that stuff done, and then what we need to do is we need to make that longer. So that way we can get some stability. I'll go over that in a little bit. Alright, now that we got that done, I went ahead and I was waiting on resources to finish all the batteries. Because we're going to need them for all the thrusters that this thing is going to need. I'll have to figure out how many that's going to be. But already I got the connector on the bottom of the station. I also have a connector right here on the bottom of each side. Yes, I did. I thought I might have forgotten one. And right now what we need to do is go ahead and make sure that the wheels are in the center of the passageway. That way, this block right here, which connects the two wheels together, will stay in this little area right here, so it won't have any collision. Might still be an issue, but I think we'll be fine. Hopefully, maybe. The batteries are the only thing that I'm really worried about. We do have a pretty good gap, but yeah, I'm still worried about it. So I figured out how many blocks I need in order... down there, I showed you guys, we were trying to reach this, the top of the ring that's all the way down there, and I counted it and it was 8 blocks. So what I did was I just made sure that we were 8 blocks high, and now I think we can go all the way down. I don't know if we'll be able to test this out. That's gonna be the question. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of time in this episode, so let's go ahead and get this done real quick, so that way we can see if this thing is actually going to function. What I need to do is, like I said, make sure the wheels are in the center. I did already do this one. I just wanted to check out what setting that was going to be. But unfortunately, now I have to find that suspension. Alright, I'm just trying to lower it so that all the wheels are inside the railings, or the passageways. Alright, there we go. So yeah, a lot of thrusters. Hopefully this will help out. One thing you do need to keep in mind is absolutely no gyroscopes, none. You want this thing to go straight down and straight up. No gyroscopes, just thrusters and a whole lot of power. I need to double check to make sure this is even going to be enough power. But yeah, I think we might be fine. So, the next trick. We need to go ahead and first, before I forget, we need to set those suspensions to be up against the walls over here. Keep it in line. Let me see. I think I remember what that one was. And I'm kind of hitting the keys on the keyboard a little too hard because I've been working on this shit for way too long now. And I'm starting to get frustrated. But we're almost done. We're almost there. So same thing, steering angle, not worried about. Power, all the way down. Strength, all the way up. Height offset, I think is 0.038, I think I saw. Yeah, 3.8, I think that's right. We'll get out and check in here in a second. Friction, all the way down. And I think we're good. Alright, let's go ahead and check real quick. It might be a little too tight, but I think we should be fine. It'll keep the whole thing straight. Now it's time to test it out. Try to get ourselves down to the surface. Hopefully without crashing, because we crash this thing and we're just screwed. Alright, let's go ahead and keep an eye on everything. And... oh shit, nope. It's getting a little tied up. Alright, now that we're within gravity, all we have to do is hit Z for inertia dampers, and this thing will just go down on its own. It's already slowing down. No, it's going faster. For some reason, it looked like it was slowing down. Alright, here we come to the first ring. There we go. It looks like it's stable. Here we come to the second ring. Alright, so we're going to have about 800 meters in between rings to slow down. So we might want to go ahead and turn on inertia dampers now just to be on the safe side. The first time we use it, we want to check it out and make sure that nothing's going to crash. Alright, so yeah, I think we're good. If I somehow set it where it automatically slows down on the last ring, we could also get up to max speed as well, which is good. So if we're at max speed, we should probably start slowing down as soon as we hit this ring. And we should be... we'll stop at about... right here. I would like to get up to max speed, I just don't want to do it right now, the first time we run this thing. So what I need to do, it looks like we're about, what, halfway? So yeah, we're gonna need just a little bit more power. That looks about 300 meters it took us to stop. So yeah, the sensors aren't gonna work out unless we get a lot more thrust on this thing. But then we'd have a problem with this thing stopping immediately all the time. Oh shit, come on. There you go. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to get it all the way down until it connects to the connectors. I did build those, right? Yes, I did. Yep, we're good. Alright, but unfortunately I can't see them. I should probably put a camera on these things so I can tell just how far away they are. And I hope I'm not going to hit that. Nope, we're good. Doesn't look like we're going to hit anything. I am going to hit that connector right there on the left, though. Alright, I think we're down, actually. Yep, we are down. Awesome. Did anything get destroyed? Nope, I think we're good. Alright, let's go ahead and connect to the connector. And P. There we go. Thrusters stopped. Everything is good. Now what we need to do is make sure that our platform is level with this ring right here. So it looks like it's going to be that block? No, that block. Yep, that looks perfect, actually. So, now that we have that done, this block right here is going to be our platform. I'm going to try to go all the way around, match the side of this platform. I'll have to figure out how much power we're going to have, so that way I can get the tiered thrusters. Actually, let's see how much we have right now. Oh yeah, we have plenty of batteries to add really powerful thrusters. We'll be good. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this down. So what I think I'm going to do for the time being is once I get the platform done, we're going to use that as a base. That would actually be kind of cool to have a base that you could have down on the surface and then raise it up to the top. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to figure out how much space I have. Put the base just above all these refineries. And then have a stair system that will go up to the top platform so we can exit here. Yeah, I think that'll work out. So that's the idea I have so far. Next episode, what we're going to have to get into, let me go ahead and get up top. Next episode, what we're going to have to get into is probably working on that elevator. I'll get the platform finished. Trying to figure out what we're going to put on that. I do think I need to go ahead and connect stuff up so that way we could also get oxygen on the elevator. But I think that's the only thing that I'm going to need. It's just oxygen. And that's it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. That actually worked out pretty well. I was surprised. Now, I would have liked to have tried it with the 4 passageways or the 4 rails. But it looks like 2 actually works pretty good. But yeah, this is why I wanted to build this whole system this way, because I wanted to test that out and see how it was going to work. And it wasn't half bad. It did pretty good. But yeah, next episode we'll go ahead and work on the base for the elevator a little bit. I need to go ahead and get connectors here at the top. Now the elevator we probably won't ever use, but it's just nice that we were able to build it. It's kind of cool. Like I said, we have a whole lot of work to do, but we'll worry about that in the next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.